Hello, everybody, and welcome back to baseball here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. Today is the first day of spring training action in real life, and I thought, hey, let's play spring training in the game. So it's a little weird, a little wonky. Stick with me with it for an explanation here in just a moment, or for just a moment, and we'll get to the gameplay shortly. The White Sox play the Mariners today in Peoria, Arizona, wherever it is. That's where we're going to play this game. But I'm recording these kind of weird. Initially, I was like, oh, you know what I should do is I should start spring training. I'll play a game in every single MLB The Show from 2006 to 2023 between the 26th of February and the 14th of March. The 15th of March, MLB The Show 24 will be out in early access or whatever it's called, the deluxe edition, who cares? And then we'll start spring training in that, and then we'll run that until the regular season starts on March 28th. That was the plan. I've even recorded some of those videos. They are like ready to roll. I think I have the first 6 done. And boy, oh boy, do I need some work in spring training. And this is exactly why I do these. I know it's not a 1-to-1. 06 is very different than 23, and boy, does it show. However, I had been kind of mulling the idea to go, okay, well, what do we do? Can we look at the rosters? Are they accurate? Can we get them to be accurate? And for a long time, like the rosters are not actually accurate in the game. They stop updating them at some point. I'm not exactly sure when. I think they need to make it longer, a longer window into February, maybe even cut off at the start of spring training. Just try to make it as accurate as possible for as long as possible. I know you want to get the new game in people's hands, but the best way to do that could be we're going to make sure that the roster is accurate up until spring training starts, and then you play it, get a feel for the team that you're playing as, and then we'll cut it off, and then you'll be excited for the next game. For most of the prep time that I was doing a lot of this, I thought that you could not download active rosters, like user-made rosters. And if you watch these, we're going to do one today and one tomorrow. I'll explain more in a second. If you watch some of the other videos between 2006 and 2011, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I might mention that because I'm recording these out of order and all weird and wonky. You'll be like, but you know that. Future Sean is past Sean, if that makes sense, okay? So I was tinkering around with it yesterday because I was like, it was kind of later at night. The Beeb had gone to bed. I was like, you know what? I'll buckle down and I'll just do it. I will try to figure it out the best I can to get the rosters as accurate as possible. Turns out, if you tinker around and you go to a thing called the Vault, that has the ability to download logos or teams or whatever, and including rosters. So I downloaded rosters, mostly accurate rosters. I forget who made it. I apologize. But I downloaded it. It was pretty close. I went through and I double checked and triple checked and moved players it was mostly just moving players from AAA to MLB and then trying to figure it out from there. And I had to move one person from the Orioles over to the Mariners. That was it. That was all I really had to do. So it was very accurate, at least for what I was using it. So these rosters, not 100% accurate, but that's fine. We're worried more about just playing the game, not super concerned with playing to win or lose. Just trying to figure out if we have some holes or where we can maybe improve or look. I might make some tinkering behind the scenes after this because we're going to do one more tomorrow. So today we have Mariners taking on the White Sox in Peoria, Arizona, both in real life and in the game. These are going to post 6 p.m. Pacific time right here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. We are going to end up playing every team, including ourselves, I believe, in MLB The Show 17, if that's possible. So stay tuned for that. I got a bunch of them prepped and ready, working through. I'm almost done with the PS3 era, and then I move on to the PS4 era, which I need to get a jump on because those take a very long time to install. That's the word I'm looking for. Now, there are some duplicate covers here and there, and I made sure to find 10 actual preseason or spring training games against different teams. There are several duplicate covers. There are 3 Boston Red Sox within the first 6 years. There are 2 Minnesota Twins. There are 2 Philadelphia Phillies. And I goofed up and missed that I already had Detroit written down. So when you look at MLB The Show 09, you're like, why the heck is he playing Detroit? Miguel Cabrera's on MLB The Show 14. It's because I'm dumb and I missed one. So we'll have to sub one out for 14. So I've recorded 2 of them. Tomorrow's game, we're going to pick between the 4 remaining random teams. Depending on how I recorded, it might be 3 remaining random teams. I think it's going to be 4, though. The 4 teams that we're going to be picking from are St. Louis, Tampa Bay, Washington, and Baltimore. Those are the 4 remaining, like, kind of wild card teams. So that's what we're going to do. You'll see every team once, and I'm very excited about it. And then if you're looking at the math and you're going, there's 3 extra videos, they're going to just be kind of random. My goal is to have like an all-day either recording block here by myself, or fingers crossed I can find a computer that'll allow me to stream and record and edit and all that stuff. That's been the big hump, is either being able to edit or stream and record at the same time. Just need one of them. Don't have either of them. It's very irritating. March 15th would be the goal to do like an all-day stream where we'll do some spring training games, we'll do some other random ideas, we'll do some things here and there, and those would fill in some of the gaps to make it so there's content consistently at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So with all that being said, thank you for sitting through that very long explanation. Welcome to game number 1 of 30 of spring training. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want more content from me, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Again, baseball every single day, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Don't forget to fill out a March Mascot Madness bracket. That is coming up quick. You're going to run out of time. Thursday, 6 p.m., those brackets are closed because that is when I am recording that video. So do that. Get it done. All right? It's your homework. I'll be doing a first 4 hype stream on Wednesday morning. That'll post. If you would like to do that, you can also watch the bracket reveal that I will link at the end of this video. It'll be the little tile up here. So, without further ado, let's jump back into some baseball, baby. I am very excited about this. I have a list here. We're going to be tinkering with some of the... Oh, do we have like any sort of like... We do like some like batting practice? BP home? Oh, yeah, we could do BP... Oh, wait, is our BP... We'll go batting practice, home. That's fine. So if I select that, no. So what if I give them, where's their BP? Do they have BP away? Alternate 2, home, BP road. Nope. Okay, so they, BP road. BP road, okay. And this might be kind of a color mess, I'm realizing. Oh, big news coming out. Yeah, that actually might be too close. That'll be fine, I think. Team Stadium Spring Training. Ooh. I think this, which was the one? Hold on. Hang on, I had to pull the score app up because I don't know which one they play at. They also might not. It might not be real. Let's go score app. We will go. Oh, the biggest news, by the way, from the recent Phoenix. I don't even know how. What? I guess we could just play one in each. That's fine. I think it's this one, but whatever. Hybrid show off, 9 innings, time of year. I'll go April. We'll go, they're at 11 a.m. Clear skies. Extra inning runner on, absolutely. We will turn that on. Now, we are not going to use Luis Castillo here to start. We have a couple of new pitchers to take a look at. And our starter is going to actually be Bryce Miller, who is going to be on the squad. And we're going to use him for the first 3 innings of the game. Then we're going to use Emerson Hancock for 2 innings. Then we'll use Santos. And then we'll use Sasado. So we'll go Miller, Hancock, Santos, and then Sasado. And we are not concerned with winning or losing. We just want to look at the roster. Now, I could pull up there. What I want to make sure we have here is Zavala in as catcher. And make sure Polanco is at third. Where's Polanco? He's at second. How do they have him listed? So they have him listed. I guess we can just kind of work with this. That's fine. As long as Polanco's in the lineup, it's no big deal. And then tomorrow we'll use, who do we have? Is Garver in the lineup? No, because Garver's the other catcher. And then what's the other one? Rojas at second. Oh. So what? So Polanco is a second base. Okay. The Mariners website has it listed very weird. Rojas is third base with a second base secondary. Yeah, maybe I could throw him at second tomorrow. This lineup is fine. We have a couple lefties. Polanco's a switch. France is kind of low. Okay. So here we go. The Mariners taking on the White Sox. Game 1, spring training. Thanks so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. I know it's a little long-winded in the beginning. We have some new players on the team. Rojas is one of them. I thought I was going to have more time. I'm used to playing the PS3 versions where like the loading screens take forever because that console is very slow.
It's the Chicago White Sox.
All right. Bam, bam, bam. Scottsdale, Arizona. That's close. Close enough. We'll probably just play in the other one just for fun. Now, I apologize if this is a uniform color nightmare. So let's go the show 24. ST.1 CWS at Seattle. And then we'll be on the road tomorrow. I'm gonna be so bummed when I have to go back to the analog pitching for like the next 10 games or whatever it is. I think I have to play 12 through 22 without the pinpoint pitching. That's not too bad, I think. Okay. So here we go. 4-seam slider, curveball, changeup. I don't know what he wants.
And here it comes. Dominic Fletcher.
And we are underway. Game number 1 of our spring training. Thanks so much for hanging out. These are technically not number 1 and number 2. These are technically number like. Oh, can I see? Can I switch a setting here? Gameplay, hitting, pitching, tutorial, control camera display, general control camera. Where's gameplay? No. Presentation, hybrid, pitch selection cameras. Better walk up in game ticker. Okay. Doesn't look like I can. Whatever. I'm going to 0-1 count. Go high inside. Whoa.
Strike 2.
Definitely tell the difference because that let's go a little curveball. The pure analog control is a lot slower.
On the ground is short. Urias.
Oop, it's a little.
Gets it to first.
Nice pick by France. That's what we want to see. I'll make sure to get those guys up in the 3rd inning.
Here's Elvis Andrus.
The downswing on the pure analog is so slow.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Ooh, just inside. Pulled it a little bit to the right. Changeup? Fouled away. I did think about just playing a bunch of spring training games with as accurate a roster as possible, but then that's kind of like, I don't know.
fouls it back
It's
with
not
2 strikes.
quite as interesting to me. I like playing with the different years, even if their offenses are very bad.
Gets a piece.
Damn.
And stays alive.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Knocks that
Oh.
one away, and we'll do it again.
So what have I thrown? Oh, he hasn't seen a curveball yet. Maybe we try to dot that down here.
Next pitch misses.
Oh, that's a good
Goes
take.
2-2.
That's a good take. So he's on it with that fastball.
9th pitch of the at-bat due next.
Probably should have pushed this out a little further.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Man, he is on.
Quite the matchup
He is
we're
on
seeing here.
everything
6
that I am
foul
throwing.
balls in this at-bat
I think we just go
alone.
same pitch,
Really
slider, low and away. Just a little further out.
Next one just misses.
I'm sorry, I forgot he has incredible elite vision.
That one lifted to left.
Oh, and Mitch Haniger's back. I'm very excited about that. So I did write down some new players. So we have Canzone. He was on the team last year, but I didn't have him on my team. Arias is on the squad. Rojas, Polanco, Raleigh, R-A-L-E-Y, Zavala, and Garver. And then we have there's a lot of new pitchers.
And that one
Fouled
fouled
away.
off.
Miller, Wu, Hancock, and then we have Santos, Sacedo, Spear, Thornton, and Thornton. I keep forgetting there's an N between the R and the T, and then Voth.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
There we go. Finally got that slider to get by somebody.
We're midway in inning number 1. Now it'll be the M's turn. No score. Welcome back.
Dylan Cease, he's been the subject of a lot of trade rumors, I guess. I keep hearing his name floated around in connection with the Mariners. Could just be kind of my echo chamber. But Rojas going to lead us off here. We have a couple lefties at the top of the lineup. You know how I like to organize the lineup. I like a lot of speed at the top. Our dynamic difficulty hitting is rookie. Great. Way outside.
In the box here.
What do we face off against today? A slider, a 4-seam at 99 gross, knuckle curve at 83, and a changeup at 80. That is awful.
On the ground, right side.
Good timing on the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Okay, a little inside, but that's fine.
Batting second, the designated hitter.
It's better to. I'm happy we're on time with it rather than being
Someone that really
late.
beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble.
That's fine.
In for a
99 on that.
strike. It's 0-1. Cease. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a
Too
relief
early
pitcher,
on
but
it.
when you have it
That
for
is a
starting pitcher,
17-mile-an-hour
you can
difference
get out
between
of
those
the
two
play
pitches.
spot.
99 on the 4-seam.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2
82.
outs. That is an excellent pace.
On that knuckle curve.
And you won't
a
see
good
the
take.
skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This
Julio
guy's earned a
Rodriguez
long
at bat
leash,
now.
and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates.
nice
playing
slider
behind him
location.
that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way
Do I
through.
want to, like, kind of hold low in the
The
zone?
pitch.
Ooh, way early on the
That's
slider.
strike 2.
Thinking
How much
fastball.
of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach.
I think it's very much being
Okay.
able to have a laser-like
At
focus,
least foul
slow
or
everything
got a
down.
piece of it. I do miss the contact swing in some of the older games.
And we'll end the inning.
Cease is not a great person for me to be facing off against. And unfortunately, they are not going to play this like a spring training game, so we will have to get him out of the game. Whereas I'll be rotating through. But again, not about winning or losing, just trying to figure out the lineup.
And welcome back.
Miller actually looked pretty good in that first inning. That second at-bat was long. Oh, it's that stupid fucking glitch again. Thankfully, it didn't hit him. Sorry, Robert. God damn it, I always say his name wrong. I apologize, sir. Slider outside. Got him.
The line to kick the pitch.
Yeah, Miller, aside from the one at-bat that was long, but still resulted in an out, so it's kind of hard to be like... It's like, oh man, a little bit of a bummer just because you don't want to use that many pitches, but didn't produce any runs or any...
And that's just foul.
What was he? Swing timing was late on that one. Throw a four-seam, same spot. There we go.
95 to finish
Okay,
it off.
feeling good. Bryce Miller looking good so far.
Fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And here is Gavin Sheets. First pitch,
Also, it
that's
seems
in
like we
for
might not be
strike.
getting a tech test for MLB The Show 24. They're
On the ground, right side.
Nice.
Polanco tosses
Nice.
to first. Fine
Nice
play.
play.
Hole for the-
They're
Didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front
what are they
of it,
called?
rolled over on it and beat it into the ground.
Now it's Paul
Special
DeYoung up to the plate.
presentations or whatever. I
Outfield
can't remember the name of
very
them.
deep, not wanting anything
not
over their
great
heads.
so far. I don't think anybody
Out
really.
to short, knocks it down.
That's all right. That's all right. That's okay. It's okay. Knocked it down. That's good. Feature premieres. That's what it's called. Feature premiere is a little disappointing so far. We've gotten an hour about storylines featuring Derek Jeter, and we have gotten the season 2 of
Foul ball.
what's it? Is it called storylines? Whatever the Negro League thing is.
The runner at first
What's it
with
called?
two
I
gone.
can't tell you. Why am I blanking on all of this? Which is fine. I mean, like that's what the feature premieres are for. They're for talking about the modes in depth. I just felt like they probably could have put them together and been like, hey, if you liked this mode, and here's all the improvements that we're making and why it's important and so on and so forth. If you like that, we're doing this with a specific player that we love,
And that'll do it.
Derek Jeter.
White Sox
Oh,
lead
and you know what they're doing?
one.
They're bringing the
People bottom of
Kingdome
second.
into the Baron or into the game, which is cool. They're also taking a week off, which is weird because the other one went up on the 22nd, and they won't be back until March 7th.
Here at the ballpark.
So there's
Now at the plate,
two
Rayler.
feature premieres and then a week off, and then a double header with like ratings reveals and stuff, and it's just like what? All of this is
Back to
odd,
work.
and I think that it's doubled down on the oddness because they didn't tell us what it was before. They were like, hey, here's the feature premieres. Let's go. Got a hold of that changeup. Stayed fair, and we're up 1-0. Let's go.
This place is absolutely loving it, and that gives them a lead. It's 1-0.
Because I think they knew that people weren't going to be super enthused about back-to-back story mode things.
For a guy to be able to hit
Also,
a
the release
changeup
the release schedule that they're doing with the Jeter thing is odd as well.
Just impossible to cover that wide of range of velocity, but he does a nice job picking his pitch.
All of it
and gets
just
rewarded
seems odd. And they're not, I mean, they're obviously not obligated to give players a tech test or whatever, but usually those are like out and happening now, which is a little concerning because, like I was talking about,
The batter now, Jorge
I think
Polanco.
maybe it was the video, the behind the scenes kind of thing I was doing last night.
They say
Oh, that's a
win.
bad time.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense
Um,
fired up, and you start to
The
expect a big
pinpoint
inning.
pitching needed tinkered with.
High fly ball down the left field line. That one back there.
Go.
Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases.
Stay a second.
And
Stay a
that's
second.
double.
I thought that might carry out. Let's go. Okay, I'm liking this lineup. I was a little late on that one, but it
Ty France
peeled away,
up
which was
next for the
nice.
Mariners.
Ty France don't usually have him in the 6 hole, but
And the first pitch misses
there are
for
guys
ball
with better
one.
speed
Ty
and
France, a
contact
pretty cool
ahead of
story.
him.
A 34th
No problem.
round pick in 2015 out of San Diego State, and in 2022 he was an All-Star. This one in
Late.
the air right field.
And
Sheets
we'll hold.
pulls
We'll
it
hold.
down,
It's
and
fine.
there's
It's
one
not about winning or losing. Oh, I don't even know what his speed is. But the pinpoint pitching needed tinkering with in MLB The Show 23 when it came out.
Zavala
A little
up
too
next for the
excited here.
Mariners.
Late and high. 23 steal, 70 speed. Okay, probably could have made it over there. Damn it,
Fouled off
early.
left side.
Really early. So I think a tech test would be very helpful in that scenario of like, hey, let's make sure we have everything kind of dialed in there. I don't know. Obviously, like again, not obligated
Center field.
to provide a tech test or anything.
He's
Go
got it.
back, go back, go
Runner
back, go
tags
back.
up for third. Actually,
I could have made
stayed
it, actually.
put, and there
Darn,
were two
the both of those
outs.
throws were a little wild. Could have made it.
Now batting Mitch Haniger.
The left fielder.
Excited to have. Oh, it's good. Just a little under.
Vinegar.
That one ripped.
Go. Go. Get out of here. Mitch Haniger's back on the team, baby, and he hits a bomb.
Last one out
Let's
to
go.
center.
I'm so
And
excited to
they
have
call
Haniger
here on
back.
the board. It's 3-0.
So part of the reason that I wanted to do this so early in the run of content that I'm doing as far as MLB The Show is concerned is I was a little worried about this team. This inning has erased all those doubts. Now, I know we're not in the hardest hitting difficulty. I understand that. I'm seeing the pitches pretty well, but we're getting some good contact, couple of power, or a couple of home runs. Excited to have Haniger back on the team.
Here's Luis
That's
Arias.
okay. That's what all of this is about. This will be the last inning.
That one's
The
in there,
four seam.
0-1.
I thought I was going to struggle a little bit more with Cease, but he's leaving some pitches that are hittable. That's outside.
Now 1-1.
Getting some nice takes going here. Ooh, just early. And those are the kinds of pieces of contact that, like,
That's the inning.
that's what I'm looking for.
But the long
I know
ball
it was an
was
out, but
working in this inning, not once, but twice. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show.
I have a bit of a different lineup tomorrow.
New inning getting started. Here is Yohan Moncada.
I think I need to make sure I put
This is
Canzone
where
in
you're
there.
looking for that shutdown inning, get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Okay, so we are going to go into the bullpen, and we are going to, what do we got? Hancock. Warm him up, and then we will warm up Santos. This is where it's going to start getting interesting, and this is like,
The wind and the pitch.
you know, Diego Castillo is probably, Castillo and Munoz,
First off,
especially in
Rangers fell
22,
off. Moncada
were
needs
really great
spots into his
examples
lineup,
of the thought
and he was
process
born
here
in Cuba.
of like, okay, is there a player that, while maybe not the highest rated, I just perform
It's
well
fouled
with?
away.
I think that's the, I think it's the, what would you call it? There's a nice strikeout right there. The big positive with the risk reward with the pinpoint pitching is you can use a player that is a little lower rated, but if you can dial them in, you can pitch effectively with them.
So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up.
So Castillo was a good example. Do we find some players we go, oof, I don't know if I liked what I got out of him? Is there another pitcher that we can bring up that we can tinker with and see, okay, they may not be as highly rated, but I'm getting better strikeouts, or the contact is producing outs. That's what I enjoy about doing all of this.
And that just misses.
It's a good take.
Next
Come
one
on.
misses.
I thought I had that. Oh, it looked so good. It just
Tightening up his
kept
hitting
going.
zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Cuts and
There we
misses.
go.
It's a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now
Pitching well with
Yeah, he's really settling in.
Bryce
and
Miller.
getting
That's
feel for
good.
his pitches.
You can go back and look at that first or that one at bat. The
Keep the
second
streak
at
going.
bat of the game was 10 plus pitches. Everything else has been very efficient. And like I keep saying, wasn't even that bad of a. It wasn't a bad result. It was a good battle.
The next offering misses, and now it's even 1-1.
That one did not feel clean.
There's the strike.
He
in the
went.
knees.
He went.
Foul ball still 1-2 count.
He was on that. I think I went back-to-back fastballs on that. No, I didn't. It was just right in his.
Stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
Fights that one away.
That
Still
one-
1-2.
Stayed a little more up in the zone. Of course, as soon as I say how efficient everything's been.
Right-hander kick steals.
There we go.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a nice inning of work.
6
there
of the
as he
9
sets
outs
him
now
down,
strikeouts.
1-2-3.
Impeccable command.
And that is all we will
3
see
batters,
from
3
Miller.
strikeouts. That's
I like
electric
this.
stuff out
I
there
like
on the
this. Rating's obviously not accurate. You know, they will probably be different in 24.
Welcome back. Set for the bottom of the third.
Okay.
Here's Josh Rojas.
Back to the top of the lineup here.
Rojas goes 6'1", 28 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. The pitch. Just missed.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there, and boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
That's a bad swing. Out of sync here a little bit. 1-2 count. At least fouled it off that slider. Off the plate, but
Kicks and deals.
ooh,
Missed to
under it.
center field.
Just under it, but I
Robert
saw
on the
where he
move.
wanted to go.
And there's one down.
A little late.
And now for Seattle, J.P. Crawford.
Just laid on
Grounded out
it.
His first time.
Good
That
take.
misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
98-mile-an-hour fastball hasn't been as big of a problem. He's used a lot of the off-speed pitches. That's what we've gotten a hold of.
A bit behind with that swing.
And I was thinking off-speed there.
Sitting off speed there.
Next offering is in
Ooh.
for a strike.
Love
Damn.
how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt. In the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind. As to the
It's a great
conviction.
take right there, especially for me.
Good sliding
Tend to
down
chase
and
that
it can be
stuff.
So hard
No.
to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Next
It's a good
offering
take
in
as
return.
well.
Full count 3-2.
This is a good battle here. Ooh!
Looking.
That's a good take. That is a good take.
Take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that
He clipped the corner. I mean, it's a good pitch.
allow him to get that call. So
It's a
hitters are gonna
good
have to make
pitch.
an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
And now it's Julio
That changeup
Rodriguez.
looks so slow. That is a 20-mile-an-hour difference. 98 to 77. Disgusting.
Ball one there.
Off the corner.
Julio
Oh.
Rodriguez, you're talking about one of the top young players in all of baseball, Chris. So talented. A rookie of the year, an
Oh,
all-star,
yeah, got me with the
and a
slider.
Silver Slugger.
Same spot.
And what I love about this kid is that he's
Didn't
all
recognize
about
it.
the team. As much talent as he has, he could be focused on his individual numbers, but you can tell the way that
Get
he
up.
plays the game.
There we go.
that They feed off of his energy.
Sneaks through.
He
Base
went
hit.
triple slider there. That one just didn't quite bite enough out of the zone.
Good two-strike hit
Got
right
just
there,
enough
but
on it.
a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Good pitch, slider down and away, just stayed down and threw it nicely. Such an easy pitch to pull off of because you're probably thinking fastball down the middle initially. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now, Luke Raley. And that one hammered. That's back.
87 power, great contact. No way. Rayleigh, 2 swings, 2 home runs.
The dugout, his second home run of the game, and they tack on to their lead. It's 5-zip. Singy, the ball
Is this team about to be
jumping off his
special this season?
Yes, it is.
Holy cannoli, let's go.
Impressive. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
So 2 down. Here's the second baseman.
Perfect,
Jorge
perfect.
Polanco, doubled in his first AB.
That is the 2-out damage. That's what we're looking for. That's
That misses.
outside.
Ball one.
All right, let's go bullpen. We're going Hancock. Scheduled to put in the game. He's a little low on the rating side of things, so that's a little worrying.
Righty delivers.
But we're only using him for
There.
2 innings, so
Count
that'll be
1-1.
fine.
And
It's
misses
inside. Here we go.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Next off
Thought about it.
And
It's
that's
a good
ball
break
3.
on that knuckle curve. That looks like a pitch. That's a pitch that I swing at if things aren't going as well. Because I think it's going to stay in the zone.
Line
Perfect,
drive,
perfect.
base hit.
His speed, okay. That's going to get all the way to the
Hits
wall.
for second.
That's a double. That's a double.
In safely. It's a double. And his second hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to.
And we're going to chase him here in the third.
Won't go any further, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss.
3 home runs, 2 2-run shots, a solo blast. 2 of them to the same guy.
Mike Soroka into the game.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard,
He's 6'5", 25 years old, 225 pounds. That's all.
matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And up next for Seattle, Ty France.
So we are moving to a sinker slider 4-seam combo there, 94, 85, 96, and then a changeup at 81 and a cutter at 90. We do have.
And that one
That's
is
all
lifted
right.
in the air. Robert moves under it. Brings it in for the third out.
Probably should have let that one go.
2 come in on this Seattle homer. And the lead is now 5-0.
6 hits. We do have the difficulty that's gone up a little bit, so hopefully we can adjust with that. If Rayleigh's not in the 4 spot, or Raleigh, he might be the 4 spot guy. A power lefty hitter.
So out of the bullpen
We
for the
find
Mariners,
somebody-
Emerson Hancock.
And he's got a nice lead to work with. So he should
Find
be
somebody
throwing
for
strikes.
lefties if he's not as good against lefties. which I would imagine he wouldn't be, but sometimes you don't have quite as big a drop-off. So Emerson Hancock, he's technically listed right now as the 6th starter on the team. A little early on that. But he might be out of the pen for us. He has good stamina, so we could put him in a long relief situation. It would be good to have someone who has those that kind of stamina statistic. Throw that curveball again. Let's throw that curveball again. Hancock, can we find it, please? Okay. Maybe the average of those 3 spots.
And welcome back. Now,
So here we go. Top 4. We're up 5-0. This will help with some of the game links, especially because I talked a bunch at the beginning.
And right back to the mound.
1 pitch, 1 out. Let's go.
One up, one down.
Now batting, left fielder, Aloy.
And no matter how bad the starts get, we will use the pitchers. I mean, I guess if we really need to pull them, they don't have like any energy or whatever. But
in there for strike 1.
fastball didn't look good. Around.
Swing and a ball popped up, and it drops in. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
France, nice grab.
When you pop a ball up like that, you don't expect it to get you a knock too often, but right there, somehow he got it to drop in behind first base, and that's where no one could get to it.
Robert, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
There we go. Make we go high inside.
Jimenez leads off first.
There we go. That's a fantastic strikeout right there. Right back on track. 2 away here, top 4.
Sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Ground ball right side, Polanco.
Boop.
To first, that's out number 3.
Here we go. 420 XP gain.
5-0 deficit.
Good strikeout there. Gave up the hit. We got right back on track.
Bottom of the inning, and now Sebi Zavala. And Chris,
Sebi
his big
Zavala.
strength is defense, but it is interesting in today's world of baseball compared to when you played.
Ooh, I tapped it. I was trying to check swing.
Is considered differently.
Darn it.
Whatever you get offensively,
I saw that it was going to be out of the zone.
Put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches
Oh,
to
and
the
that was
umpire.
up.
They're going to help his
Oh,
pitcher
darn it.
get more strikes.
And that one pulled down by Jimenez.
We do have a kind of a slow 6-7 with France and Zavala. They are both 36 speed. That's not.
Mitch Haniger. He's already homered here in this
So we
one.
went slider. Nope, that one's on top of it. Oh, this slider.
And they take care of Haniger for the out. So digging in, Luis Urias.
He's thrown 3 sliders in this inning. He's had 4 outs, or 3 outs and 4 at bats. There's another slider. Ugh, they're all over the place. 1 way low, 1 way up, 1 down here. Ugh. That's bad swing. Bad swing.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult.
That's a 3-0 count.
Have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Two outs.
That's just a little under. A little late, a skosh under. And it's kind of a slow, I don't know how fast Haniger is. It's a slow 6 through 9, which I'm a little worried about. We have at least 3 players in the 30 speed range.
We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the shortstop, Paul DeYoung.
Paul DeYoung.
And the right-hander back to work. That misses.
Oh, okay. Interesting. You called that.
White Sox just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to
Called that a strike earlier, buddy.
But it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Too
That
fast?
one
Okay.
misses. Ball 2.
Unfortunately, with that hit, it
Have to
does
keep
make the
chipping
timing
away
off a
until you break
little bit.
through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
There we go. There we go. That 95 mile an hour fastball. That's good. Second strikeout.
On the inside part of the plate, could get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Vaughn, the next to hit, takes outside.
How do I... Oh, there it is. Santos. So we can probably warm up Saseda.
One down, base is empty. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Okay. So we gave up a base hit in the last inning with 1 out. We came back with a ferocious strikeout. Fastball wasn't in a... it was in a fine location.
Moncada batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. And a pitch.
Ooh, come on. I'm not getting either of those calls. Ooh.
Righty to the plate.
That's a bad pitch. Not a great strikeout. I prefer the other strikeout to get back on track. Still a good result, but a couple of those pitches were not where I wanted them, and we also didn't get a good call. But that's okay. Good job. Got back on track.
And that's outside.
1 ball, no strike.
In there at the
That's
knees,
another
and the count is
bad
1-1.
four seam right there. Let's see. Maybe circle change.
And a pitch. Good eye right there.
2 balls, 1 strike.
There we go. Dot that fastball. Let's go. I hit A because I thought... There we go. That's a better strikeout. That is good. Hancock felt good. Some of his stuff is a little wild. Especially, you saw a couple of pitches low in the zone that were only off by a little bit here and there, but they were like more center cut. That's not always the best, but it's fine.
It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Josh Rojas.
Okay. His slider is awful.
And that one almost got him.
We're losing.
A former all-star.
I don't think that it's the...
A slider, a four-seamer, a changeup,
Oh,
and
that's a bad
occasionally
swing.
uses a cutter.
We might lose our difficulty gain. I'm just having trouble seeing what this guy's doing. Cease was leaving some stuff that was in a hittable location. We're on the sinker. It's just too low to do anything with.
Crawford up for the 3rd time here. Watches that.
I would have been a little irritated if that was called a strike.
Way
inside.
gets out of the way.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here, or this could get ugly.
Next pitch misses. 3-0.
Drop. Double. Let's go. I'm looking at it now. I'm realizing speed might be an issue for us.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. A lot of hitters
Off the top of my head, at least 4 guys in the lineup are under 50 speed.
Just keep that approach simple, and right there, it was perfectly executed, on time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Now we do. It is our backup catcher. I don't know that Raleigh's much faster. Finally got a hold of a slider there. And I just saw where he wanted to go with that. There we go. There we go.
Just so sound in his mechanics.
That's where it starts to feel good. Start to see it a little bit better. Use his bad location to our advantage. Like, you look at it and you're like, he wants to just go low and away, but his slider's been bad all day. That was a fastball. Okay. Luke Raley's 2 for 2, 2 long balls.
That one finds the zone. Strike one.
One strike.
Good eye right there.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Oh, big swing on a sinker.
Rodriguez,
Now he's committed low. That's outside. It's a good take.
And the count is 2-2.
It's a good take right there. God, we're only in the bottom of the 5th, and we're almost an hour into this. Oh, God.
Check swing, and he held up. And ball
Okay.
4, 2 aboard.
Hey, all right. 2 for 2.
A great back and forth in that at bat.
2 home runs and a walk.
Really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder.
I do love this part of the lineup. You have Crawford. I think the top of the line, the first batter in the lineup, who I'm blanking on, is lefty as well. But you have 2 lefties sandwiching Rodriguez, and then Luke Raley on, or Polanco on the back end. I like it.
And he just misses.
We also have terrific speed between our 3 and 4 hitter, 97 and 85.
Into left center for a base hit. Here's Rodriguez trying
And then
to
he is a
score.
70.
One run is in. Raley around third. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's
All
8-0.
right.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that.
There we go. Small ball coming in for a bit here.
On the mound now, Chris Flexen.
We're going to bring in Chris Flexen, our old buddy.
Keep the score right where
Chris
it is.
Flexen.
Seems like a tough task today with the
A
way this
little
lineup is swinging.
confused with why they brought in a pitcher. Well, I mean, maybe they realize it's spring training. It would be kind of nice if you could, like, pick that as, like, a game type.
Ty France. And a good
Ooh,
fastball
that's a nice
to start him
fastball.
off. That's strike one.
So we have our third pitcher of the day. We're up 8-0 with 1 out. France here in the 6 hole. 4-seam fastball at 96, cutter at 90, circle change at 83, 12-6 curve at 77, and a slider at 83. That is under it, unfortunately.
Right field. Sheets makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And now a
Okay.
wide throw to third.
They have not been great at throwing in on with runners in scoring position. They've thrown in 3 of them. Every one of them has been off the bag. Late on the fastball up in the zone. So maybe kind of stick with that.
First
Of course,
off,
then he goes low.
misses the mark. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen.
Cicero, is that who's coming in? Yes. No. Santos. Scheduled to put it in game. I guess I could. Actually, here we'll put him in. It doesn't matter as long as we're using the correct pitchers, and I'm making sure. I should probably just stick with what my notes say. That'll make it easier for me. Oh, early on the cutter. Really early on that cutter.
Runner at third, 2 away.
And put on this hat for extra pop of color. It's just digging into the top of my head.
Drilled to left center, way back there,
Let's go.
and that is gone.
We are on it today, folks. This team is about to go 162-0. We're never giving up a run.
It's 10-0.
Perfect.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch
Other long ball, what do we have, 10 zip now?
Squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Now the left fielder, Mitch Haniger. He's already homered in this game.
That's a great take right there. Great take. Oh, that's a bad swing. Way late, way low. Ugh, gross. Okay, it's not a great way to end the inning, but
they tack on 5 runs. 5 innings complete. It's the Mariners 10 and the White Sox nothing.
Wonder if switching to some earbuds would be the call here for some of these hat usages. Okay, so let's do this. We'll cut. You know what you can also do is fix your notes. We'll paste that there, and we'll go him. We'll do him 6 and 7, and then we will do the other pitcher 8 and 9. It's a 5-pitch tool set. Oop, early. All right. Lefty. I guess I probably could have paid more. It doesn't matter. I should be paying attention. No. Spring training is about figuring out the lineup and getting myself into the flow. Should have been paying attention to who was coming into the game. Righties versus lefties, and be paying attention to that from a management perspective, because that's what I'm doing throughout the entire season. I need to get into the habits early. He's an off-speed or more of a movement guy, it seems. There's no way all of those pitches are called strikes in the actual game. His 4-seam fastball. And I guess that could be a factor as well. Like, his 4-seam fastball is his 5th pitch. That's a little worrying.
Welcome back. And now the DH, Dominic Fletcher.
I mean, even if you had a cutter in there as like a 2 or a 3.
And having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some guys. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
We accidentally brought him in lefty on lefty. So I accidentally looked smart.
He was late. Strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Bounce to third.
Oh, damn.
And it gets by him.
I mean, just got by him. It's a good reach. Maybe a dive there.
So, man aboard. Elvis Andrus steps to the plate for the White Sox.
That was awful. That was awful. That was awful.
Haniger has a beat on it. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Yeah. Ugh, I hate the circle change. I hate it.
Eloy Jimenez.
I think they finally got rid of that really bad. What was it? He would go left and then over and then back and down. But you wouldn't go back all the way. You'd go back halfway. What was that pitch?
And he'll one.
I think it might have been the splitter. We were blessed to not have a single pitcher with it.
This is a good time for
throw, and it gets away. Fletcher rounds second on his way to third, and they won't get him, and he goes first to third on the error.
Okay, we're all right. We're okay. It was just, there was no margin for error there.
Too much, but you have to be careful about losing concentration in a game like this. It can be an easy trap to fall into.
Robert,
Saucedo, I'm not loving what we're seeing out of him at the moment.
That one to first.
There was no reason to do that.
He's safe, and they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up. Gavin Sheets will hit next. In there, and it's 0-1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
That was a poor decision on my part. Just eat the run, no big deal.
At the corners, 1 away. Throws the high heat past him. That's
Not
a
good.
strikeout.
Not good. And our two pitchers here, when you're off a little bit, it feels like it's really floating toward the middle of the plate. That is a worry. We've been doing good with the pitch selection, though. I think that's the positive that you look at. But I think, like, if you double up on the fastball inside, and, like, the first one hits the spot, but the second one comes over, I think that's where we could get in some trouble. So I think that's the note here with the last two pitchers we've had. If we're gonna put them in, they got to be mixing those pitches nicely. It's a nice little curveball in there. Also, I've struggled with his timing here. A lot of yellow.
Strike two. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Okay. So we get out of it with a couple of nice strikeouts. That was a much better pitch location. They do push across the run. Poor decision on my part, but that's bound to happen every now and again. You're going to just kind of think about it. It took way too long. That animation took forever.
And welcome back. And the batter will be the shortstop, Luis.
Don't worry about preserving. It's actually okay in the end. We get an extra batter face to there because we get a couple of strikeouts. A little more experience with him.
He joined the team as a free agent.
That's bad.
And first offering is fouled off.
Bad swing. There we go.
Downstairs and outside. That one is
It's a decent piece of contact.
back there.
Oh, right at the wall. Right at the wall. We get, what, 10 runs on 10 hits? God, those are the games you just... Sometimes you just fucking kill for. I mean, go back, watch the World Series. Ugh. Ugh.
First pitch, not close.
We could not have had our worst games at a better time. Where it was like it was a day off, and it was a literal day off where I would not record a baseball game. I would just do something else.
2-0.
We will be changing the...
Lifted in the air down the left side. Fair ball.
Oh, that's a single. That is a single. I think it's a good set. It's a good attempt to send. If it gets past that little corner, we're good. Won't be posting the... For the what I have at the moment is that we won't be posting the... Oh, that's a bad swing. It did pull him off the bag. A little lucky that he didn't actually swing around and hit him. And I think instead of posting day and date, I think we'll just play games until we're done. So no computer games at the moment. Maybe we watch them.
Rodriguez measures 6 feet 4 inches.
Like together?
230 pounds.
Oof,
and he's a former rookie of the year.
Late, way late.
Crawford off of first with 2 away.
Maybe go back to what I did early on, where maybe the championship series. Oh, that's a bad swing. That's such a bad swing. Oh, early on the cutter.
Rodriguez out of the play. Third out, and that ends the frame. One left for Seattle, but they maintain their 10-1 lead.
Okay, so
back here at the ballpark, we go to the top of the 7th, and here's the first baseman.
Second and final inning here for Saucedo.
Wind to the pitch. There's the strike.
Oof, that is a generous call. If you're interested in the computer playing each other, let me know. Maybe we run it on Twitch.
Behind his back. Fires to first.
Maybe that's a way to do it. I don't know.
Great play to keep the leadoff man off base. Here is Moncada, who's 0 for 2 with a
good slider there. Lead off with maybe another sinker here.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Up the middle. Sends it to first. And a couple of quick outs. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Max Stassi. And that's in there for strike one. Just off the
Oh,
outside
come on.
edge. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a foul straight back.
I think we go fastball up and in.
The 1-2. He swings and
We don't want to go fastball up and in.
Back there.
Okay, that's all right. I mean, that's fine. He knew exactly where I wanted to go with that pitch. I was trying to get the put away. That is a pitch that tends to get me in a little bit of trouble, that high inside fastball. Trying to put guys away with 2 strikes. I think if the game had complex alerting, would be like, you swing in these scenarios. It's a pretty good location. I don't think there's anything to be too upset about with that. Maybe not as up and ooh, good. I would prefer the previous location to that location.
And a swing and a miss there.
He finds himself in a tough
Little 2-out damage there. Not my favorite. We're gonna try it again. It's a 2-strike high inside fastball.
Popped up to
And
the
they're
left,
kinda
into
on it.
foul ground. And puts the squeeze on that.
That one he just doesn't get enough of a hold of. But Stassi goes deep. They put on a second run. We only lead by 8 now. We're going to bring in our third and final pitcher, Santos, for the 8th and the 9th. We'll see if we can tack on to this lead. A little surprised at how well I've been playing to be able to get 10 runs.
And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Luke Raley.
Luke Raley, 2 for 2, 2 home runs. He has a walk as well.
And he deals.
That is a nice cutter.
Activity in the pen
Thought
for
that
the
was
White
going to be a
Sox.
different pitch that
Alex
was going to duck out of the zone.
appears to be getting loose. Foster getting loose as well.
Does it really have that, though? Oh, and there's our first miss with Rayleigh. The timing's good. We're just under it. Didn't commit high enough in the zone. Darn.
And now for Seattle, Jorge Polanco.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
There's a strike.
Polanco's 3 for 3. So Rayleigh and Polanco.
That one missed.
Rayleigh's 3 for 4 if you include that walk.
Here's a 1-1. Ripped to right
Polanco
center,
rips
and
that out. He's a perfect 4 for 4.
Outta
So
here.
between those two guys in that spot, and Polanco's a switch hitter, that looks real good against some right-handed pitching.
And they tack one on the board. It's
I know the White Sox aren't the best team in the league. I understand that. But if we could figure out some of these lineups early and then figure out the ratings in the next game, that sort of thing. We'll know more about that on the 7th. So we can kind of talk about that.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
7th is a Thursday. I don't know that I have anything scheduled for the 8th, so I could do like a ratings breakdown.
new pitcher for the White Sox.
We're gonna bring in yet another pitcher here. We are feeling good. The pitching or the hitting difficulty has even gone up, and we're still able to make some contact. We're seeing the ball well here. I think we have guys with good contact, and you can see that right there. Polanco on the left-hand side of your screen. You got the contact to 70, the power 73. France.
There. And that is ball 1.
The lefty-heavy lineup will be. Oop,
On
that's
the
a bad
ground
swing.
out to short.
It's a good slider.
Slings it across, and that is out number 2.
Now batting, the catcher, Sevi.
And here's the catcher, Sevi.
Sevi Zavala. Okay, so where's the... Can I look at my roster? Both Spire. Woo, Spire. Oh, where's my other guy? I'm missing a pitcher. I don't see Thornton.
Zavala. Misses outside, and that's ball one.
Ooh, bad swing.
Kicks and fires. And a strike in there.
Ooh. Oh. All right, we've gotten some calls, but that one's tough. It's a good take.
High fly ball
That
out
might
towards
go.
left field.
That might
one
go.
carrying. Outta
Wow.
here.
Another home run.
So
Holy
he
shit.
leaves the yard to left. He's done it again. His second homer of the game.
We have
It's
multiple
12-2.
players with multiple home runs in this game. Let's keep the hot streak going. We're just going to record the next game right after this, huh?
That slider on the outside part of the plate is typically hit the other way, but to be able to get to it, pull the baseball, and
I think that one was just off the top of the wall.
I'm just
A
really
little
impressed.
early.
Mitch Haniger getting ready to hit. Now fly ball to right center. Robert on the move.
Yeah, he's under.
Makes the grab on the run.
Haniger's a
That is the
48
third out of
speed.
the inning.
So I think we have
But the
two
long ball was
36s, a
working
48, and
in
then
this
another
inning. Not
couple
once,
guys
but twice.
as we get back to the top of the
Eighth inning
lineup.
coming up.
Speed, I think, could be an issue. That the reason is that when you have lower speed players,
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start
it's going to
the
require
Gregory
more
Santos.
hits.
Compared to some
Now,
days,
if we can get the long ball working, we kind of eliminate that problem. However, if we're not having a long ball and we're moving station to station, that requires me to string a little bit too much together. So that is the worry there. It also makes like tagging up tricky. So if you have like 36 speed Ty France, how deep do we need to get it? That sort of thing. That sinker looked like it was like perfect and was still sinker's going in a little bit, so I guess maybe adjust it. Probably shouldn't waste a third pitch on this, but I want to just move it a little bit as long as we get it. That's a better location with with slightly worse accuracy.
Elvis Andrews
Leading
now
off
at the
for White
plate.
Sox, the second baseman, Elvis
And here it comes.
Andrews.
And that one off the outside edge. And
There we
there's
go.
the strike.
big at bat right
Just
here. He
missed
did the
on
team
that
thing,
slider on the
took
outside.
until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever
That's a
it takes to
beautiful
get on
location
base.
right there. Like 2 strikes, you know where we're going. High inside fastball. That's a great location. Ooh, Santos throws 100. Let's go. This was a bad pitch to follow that up with.
He goes down.
I know we got the strikeout. The reason it's a bad pitch to follow up with is I don't throw that pitch well consistently. If I'm gonna throw something, maybe the slider. It's his slowest pitch, so that would be that's a good 1-2 punch, even though it's his 3-4 pitch.
In the air,
His
right
third and fourth
field,
pitch.
Raley under it. He makes the grab. 2 away. 2 out, space is empty. And now it's Luis Robert. Line drive. and
Rodriguez,
that
a
should be
diamond
extra
defender.
bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, and he's in at second with a two-out
He's an
double.
81 speed.
First pitch swing in, went up there with the plan to be aggressive.
You can't be that good, sir.
Like that.
Please?
You're thinking double.
Oh, hi, I'm really tall and powerful. Oh, and I'm fast as hell. No, I reject that. Him and, like, Mike Trout are two guys that get me where I just go like, oh, you're,
3 pitches last time.
like,
There's a strike.
a 50 speed, you know? And it's like, no, I'm like 90. I'm far better than you think I am. It's like, okay, well, note taken.
Strike 2.
You already know what it is. Now he was on it. They have been good about getting to those fastballs that are high inside. That wasn't where I want, or it wasn't as high and tight as I wanted it, but
Get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
And it's through for a hit. Haniger fires it to the plate, and he's in.
He's a
there.
Gold Glove
And a
defender.
run comes in
Interesting.
to score.
Puts a run
I
on
wonder
the
if we
board,
could.
puts up an RBI.
I wonder
Just
if we
a
could
ground
flip
ball the
him.
other way that had eyes on
We
it.
have Raleigh,
Sometimes
who's
that's all you need to do. Just let the ball
a
drop
gold or a
in
diamond.
play and just hope it finds a hole.
Hey, just yeah.
Two outs,
It's another. It's a
runner
good
first.
location.
And
It's
down
the
the
second
shortstop,
piece of hitting that we've
Paulie.
given up today, where you just go like, it's fine. It's a good spot.
In there, and it's 0-1.
Obviously, a lot easier to deal with when you're up by 11.
That one
Or
hammered
10.
center field.
That one,
Rodriguez
not
going
great.
back on this one. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Okay. So we will get one more round of bats here. 13 hits, 12 runs. Urias, Rojas, Crawford. Rojas is the guy I was trying to think of earlier.
On to the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the shortstop, Luis Urias.
Orius. Luis Orius.
That one hit to right.
Just late on it. Man, we were right on it. Just a little late. Oh, location was good, but we just missed it.
Just barely missed
Damn it.
Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Rojas in the box now.
Would have been
No
just
balls and a
under the
strike.
first one. Would have been just over the second one.
Line
Oh,
drive to
a
short
perfect
and
out.
What
Damn.
you can do about those as a hitter,
Damn.
even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
In now is the Mariners DH, J.P. Crawford. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Oh, under it.
He
Under it
swings
and
hits a
just
fly
like,
ball
ah.
center field. Robert on the move. Nice grab on the run. And that is that.
It's one of the
Mariners
rare
down
innings where we
in
have not
order.
put any runs
Really
on the
to
board.
me, though,
Done
it's
some
12-3.
two-out damage. I think there's a lot to like here with this team. Oh, we didn't get any in the first or the fourth. Okay, cool. Thanks.
We go to the ninth.
But we've been good about
First
just kind of
baseman,
sprinkling in
Andrew
some
Vaughn.
stuff. That is a good sign. That is what we want to see.
And there's a strike.
Too often you look at it, you look at the box score. Can we look at that? Box score. You look at this box score and it's 3 in the second, 2 in the third, and then straight zeros. And I talk about it a lot throughout the season. It doesn't have to be a 5-run fifth. It doesn't have to be a 2-run seventh. It's just like a consistent level. It can be 1 and 3 and then 1 and 1. That even 3 runs in a row scoring consistently can be
6 feet,
effective.
2 inches. He features a slider, a sinker, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. In the air right field, hauls it in, and there's one away.
So I think the bullpen can be a little bit shaky. I think that we have all 3 of the pitchers are kind of like,
And now Yohan
they're all
Moncada.
right. But the location's the concern. I think maybe we were too predictable
Pitches in there. And that's
in some
strike one.
spots about where we wanted to go. High inside fastballs. We might. I don't have a pitcher
In
warmed
there
up
for
here.
a strike in
We
the
just need
bottom
him to
of the
throw
zone.
like another.
He's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone.
2
He has
pitches.
plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add
Okay.
velocity, he can subtract.
Got the strikeout there. That's a good start.
And there are 2 outs.
Santos's stamina may be kind of a concern, but I tend not to use them for more than 1 inning. I just wanted to pencil everybody in for 2 innings in case you get a quick inning. That way everybody's getting a good show here.
Comes up empty.
Big swing.
0-2 now. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Next pitch just misses. 2-2.
We gave up a home run on that pitch. This is where you kind of gambling a little bit. That's the same spot. Wow.
The pitch. Foul ball. Another 2-2 upcoming.
Yeah, I haven't seen the circle change. That is absolutely dotted.
On the ground.
That'll head to Polanco. And that will do it. Okay.
And the Mariners take this.
We absolutely crushed it. Some 2-out damage. I think there's a lot to like with this team. I'm going to check the roster real quick and just take a quick peek at the speed. I think that might be an issue. Now, we could have a terrific backup catcher in Zavala. However, do we necessarily need him? Is Garver a good option as well? Now, obviously, the Mariners themselves might do some things. We might not be working with this lineup because they could make moves or whatever. But it is kind of a thing where I look at it and I'm like, I like to be maybe a little more hands-on with some of the transactions. We usually have one player who starts really poorly and gets demoted. They bring somebody else up and we figure the game out. We do pretty well with them. So we can maybe take a look at some AA or AAA guys and see, hey, is there anybody down here that we are good with? Kind of hard to argue at the moment. I feel like we're pretty good. Polanco's your player of the game. He was 4 for 4 with a home run, 3 doubles, knocked in 3 and scored 3 times. Raleigh. It's going to be so confusing having Raleigh and Raleigh on the team. Raleigh was 2 for 3. He had 2 blasts. He also had a walk, 3 ribbies, and 3 runs. Sebi Zavala was 2 for 4 with 2 home runs. And he had 3 ribbies and 2 runs. Haniger was 1 for 4 with a 2-run blast. Let's go. I don't want the game log. I want the hits. We had 37 at-bats, 13 hits, 12 ribbies, home runs, Zavala, Polanco, Raleigh, and Haniger. Good. That is 6 home runs between those 4 guys. Wild. Let's go. Or let's see. Hancock gets the win because he pitched into the 5th inning, so he pitched 2 innings. He gave up 2 hits, struck out 4, no walks, no earned. Cease gets the loss. He gave up 5 and 2.2 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 strikeout, no walks. That is a good start. That's a very good start. Let's exit. I think there's a lot to like with this team. I wonder if there are players that we can find in the lower ranks that we can maybe bring them up and see if we can do something with. I have not actually played any of this since I ended the game. Or ended the season. Ooh, look at that. Card options. Okay, I'm just kidding. All right. Let's go up here. Let's go to create roster control. Mariners. We'll go lineups. So here's what we're looking for. Here's what we're looking at. Speed 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is not good. Haggerty's fast. I'm glad that he's on the team. We'll probably put him in the next one. I think we're going to end up with, I don't know if there was anybody that we really struggled with. Polanco is probably too good. So here's what's interesting is Crawford was just the DH today. I almost always have him at shortstop. I will likely put him at shortstop. He is a little bit better than Arias. The reaction, so it's 64, 60, 59. 64, 50, 59. The fielding's a little bit better. But I think but do I want to lose his bat? Is it right-handed? He's pretty even. I wonder if there are days, and we're looking at it versus right-handed pitchers with DH. With Haggerty, we have 87 speed. We have 36 with Zavala. How about fast is Raleigh? 46, a little better. 46 with Dylan Moore. Canzone's fast. We have some good pinch running options. I think maybe I'm thinking a little bit too strictly, honestly. Just kind of talking it out here. Haggerty's good. The power is the problem. So he would be actually probably pretty good to put in versus righties. And then maybe sub out if we get a lefty pitcher. No. Lefty pitcher and then sub out if they switch to a righty. He has 87 speed. The reaction, arm, and fielding are all fine. The contact and power are great. I think he's a good option for a pinch runner. But we do have 6 of our 9 like in the versus right-handed with a designated hitter are under 50 speed. Rodriguez is 3, 2. Okay, Polanco, 87. Sam Haggerty's in that scenario. That speeds up the lineup a little bit, but then you have the Haggerty thing of like, if they bring in a righty, do we go to the bench? How do we play the matchups? I think Canzone is going to probably be on the bench a lot. Speed? Good speed? Okay. So the lineup is kind of what I was worried about. It's a little slower. It's a little bit slower. But I think we can work with it. We have 2 terrific options for pinch running, and I think we'll need to be aggressive with that. Especially if there's a left-handed... Is it lefty? Is Haggerty good against? Yeah. Especially if there's a lefty pitcher up. Haggerty, I think, is a good option to bring in. He has great speed. I probably would put him closer to the top of the lineup. However, I do like the wraparound speed there. With Rodriguez in a 3 spot, it does make me want to go a little bit faster toward the top of the lineup. But we'll figure it out. Hopefully I'll get a team that uses a left-handed pitcher. Maybe that would be helpful to get some experimentation in real life. But we'll also have a group of games in the new show to sort it out. And who knows what the Mariners will do. They typically don't. They've never met a trade that they didn't want to execute. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I appreciate your view. Click the subscribe button. You can click it right over here if you'd like to subscribe to the channel. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Check out more baseball over here. I'll probably link last season's playlist, but I'll start getting a playlist for the new season going shortly. Fill out a March Mascot Madness bracket. Link is in the description below, and you can follow along up in the top left corner. Thanks for watching. Good sports. Go Mariners. Good night.